than it is in a tight game. Right now, Rondo's playing with great confidence. It's going to be very hard to stop the Celtic train right now.
Celtics had more steals in the first half than the Lakers had field goals as Perkins hammers Odom. And the Lakers had more turnovers than they had field goals in the first half.
To me, what speaks volumes is you shoot 29.6% and you don't get one offensive rebound, not one.
So Odom will go to the line. Perkins picks up his third. A lot of missed shots, but as Jeff said, no second shot opportunities. Odom misses the first. We check in with Michelle.
Well, I spoke with Kurt Rambis at halftime, and he said all season we've preached moving the ball against their defense. We move the ball, we get open looks, but we've stopped executing, we've stopped getting pacing, and we've allowed their defense to dictate. He said we've done a halfway decent job most of the time on defense, but how about some rebounds, huh?
Absolutely. Odom hits the second. Now, we've seen some wild swings in this series. Remember game 2 here in Boston? Lakers were down 24 with under 8 minutes to play in the fourth. They cut it to 2 on a 31-9 run. They did lose the game, but it was a great rally. Pierce just flips up a bad shot, and Perkins pushed off to get it. And then, of course, game 5, the historic come-from-behind victory. Celtics down 24 in the first half, down 20 in the third. Came back and won in the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. So we've seen some unbelievable runs in this series.
Oh, we have, but it starts on the defensive end. And that's the concern when Laker coaches begin to say, hey, we've done a halfway decent job defensively. That's not true. We witnessed the first half. The Celtics got whatever they wanted off a 1-2 pick and roll and KG on the block.
Rondo in that first half had 4 steals himself, 4 of the 10. Out to Ray Allen. Good look for 3. It's good. Celtics pouring it on. A 27-point lead. Radmanovic way off, not even close. Rondo. And a foul. Oh, a travel. Looked like he took that extra step before the pass. Only the 5th turnover.
You know, defense stops penetration, then it closes out the shooters. You get penetration from Rondo, and you get a long ball from Ray Allen. Excellent execution by the Celtics.
Now, how do the Lakers respond? Again, they've come from behind in certain games. They've tried to come from behind in the series. But this could be so deflating, especially with this crowd so fired up. Fisher can't connect, and Garnett with his 7th rebound. Celtics continue to push the tempo. Dangerous pass, and knocked away, but tips it right back to Rondo. Rondo flips it up, and Odom the rebound. Fisher gets inside, draws the contact, and puts it in. Good tough play from Fisher, and a chance for a 3-point play. And this is what the Lakers just have to do. Slowly get back.
Well, you slowly get back with stops and then dribble penetration, get a high percentage shot. The last shot by Radmanovic is a poor shot. That's a bailout shot. Derek Fisher realizing that, puts the ball on the floor and gets a high percentage possession.
Perkins playing with that strained shoulder, picks up his 5th foul.
And expect to see after this made free throw, the Lakers go into some sort of 1-2-1-1 zone trap to try to change the tempo.
Again, Kobe Bryant got that great start, had 11 points very early in the first quarter. What's been the difference after that great start? Are they defending him differently, or is he just missing shots?
No, they're defending him exceptionally well. He knocked down shots early, but what they did is they put a man on him, guard him one-on-one, and then the help defense was there.
P.J. Brown, hard foul from Radmanovic on a pretty pass from Garnett. So P.J. Brown will go to the line. Brown has played more playoff games than he did in the regular season. Again, he kind of semi-retired after last year, finishing off with Chicago. But he was convinced to sign with the Celtics, made his debut with the team back on March the 7th. And when he was signed, Doc Rivers said to him, I just want you to be the guy that you've been the past 15 years. And he has been a defensive-minded, rebounding guy, great mentor to young players. He also hit one of the biggest shots for the Celtics in the postseason in Game 7 against Cleveland. Danny Ainge with a great signing of P.J. Brown late in the season. And NBA's Executive of the Year. What a fantastic job Danny Ainge has done as Gasol gets it in on the ticket.
If you're the Lakers, you have to realize this game is not over, but it starts with getting stops and chipping away at the lead.
Still over 21 minutes left in this one, and we're early in the third. Pierce left-handed, pretty play from Pierce. Odom on the drive. Gasol trying to get inside, kicks it out. Radmanovic gets away a defender, puts up a three, and knocks it down. 67-44. Rondo, foul, count it, and one. Rajon Rondo with a chance for a three-point play.
Well, Rondo has looked very good here tonight. Good aggression on the drive. Takes the bump by Bryant. Three-point play opportunity. But I'm telling you, that is indifferent defense right there from the Laker team. How off a made basket do you get a layup at the other end in the first 4 seconds of the shot clock?
And both you guys said it at the end of Game 5. Yes, they won the game, but if they continue to play defense like that, they'd have real trouble here in Boston. And they certainly have had that. As the Celtics having their way offensively.
When you look at their team, arguably they have better individual defenders than the Celtics. Bryant, first team all defense. Derek Fisher, Lamar Odom's a talented defender. Gasol's got length and shot blocking. The only really weak individual defender is Radmanovic.
Ball bouncing the Celtics way all night long. There's Garnett, gets another rebound.
No, they're pursuing the ball, which the Lakers have chosen not to do.
They've doubled up on the rebounding, Jeff. 30-15. Rondo misses a jumper. Kobe Bryant just 4 of 12. Stripped by Rondo, his 5th steal of the game. Ray Allen, wide open three. Bang! Celtics embarrassing the Lakers. The crowd's been on its feet much of this game, hoping for a celebration tonight. Gasol knocked away, Allen out of bounds. And there's only one left on the shot clock.
And the incredible thing, we're watching a Celtic team that continues to play like they're the team down a bunch. Sense of urgency on both ends. They are hungry for the title, and Pierce talked about it at the half.
Bryant flips it up. Oh, beautiful play from Kobe Bryant on the inbound. Rondo will bring it up. Rondo with 5 steals, as we said. The NBA Finals record is 7. Robert Horry holds that mark. The team has 11. Just terrific defense, and Garnett is fouled.
Okay, just another good play by Rondo as he's leading the break. Good patience. Let Ray Allen run the lane and then clear to the strong side corner. Really good find by Rondo right there. Really good running of the floor by Ray Allen.
How about that? Hondo loving what Rondo is doing.
Again, we said this earlier. John Havlicek, number 17, hoping that the Celtics win their 17th championship here on the 17th of June.
Would you quit with the numbers? I mean, the bottom line is they are outworking the Lakers. They've earned this title, and they've made it happen.
That's the free throw. 75-48.
He gets a beam in his head, and he ain't letting him stop.
Bryant falling away with a hand in his face. This has got to be one of the more dominant performances in NBA Finals history. or at least up to now. Garnett inside, and he draws another foul. At both ends of the floor, the Celtics just taking it to the Lakers as Garnett will shoot two. Some fouls on Gasol.
If I'm any other team, owner, general manager, coach, I'm looking at this Celtic team and I'm inspired. I'm thinking I'm not that far away if I get a group of guys that's committed to getting it done and start from day one. That's why the Celtics are finding themselves on the brink of winning it all.
See the two executives who put these teams together. And we mentioned Danny Ainge, Executive of the Year. Kupchak, who we just saw, finished second in the voting. He did a marvelous job as well. And right now, you can see his expression with his team down by 28 points. Make it 29. This is unbelievable.
I give him credit. He's just yawning. I would be asleep right now watching the way my team is working.
(77-48). Gasol, another steal. 12th of the game for the Celtics. Afton. And Rondo will reset as we hit the midway point. Rondo takes it away from Gasol. P.J. Brown. And a foul on Pau Gasol. And we'll have a timeout. Phil Jackson can do nothing to stop the Celtic train. Boston in total control.
Got to give credit to Rondo. Active hands in the passing lane. Says, give me that, Lamar Odom. Push the ball up the floor. Take your time and let guys get to their spot. The patience of the young point guard. Jesus, shuttle work all by himself. Ray Allen, lace it up. Gotcha. It's a thing of beauty. We'll be back.
Just past the midway point, third quarter, 77-48. I wonder what those two are saying right now.
Cancun or Costa Rica?
Again, the Lakers made that great comeback in game two that just fell short, but right now their body language, and more importantly, the Celtics' body language, don't give you any feeling anything like that's going to happen now. It's a 30-point game.
Celtics have played. I mean, just the defense, I mean, it's just inspiring to watch them play. Mark was making the point. This team was put together in 1 year, and it looks like a team that's played together for a long, long time.
Right, it wasn't just the addition of Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett. So many other new faces. As Gasol guarded by P.J. Brown. Kobe Bryant off balance, shot won't go. Rebound Garnett. Rondo says, let's run the offense. Here's double. Celtics, good poise. Garnett falling away, shot is up. And Odom comes down with it. Fisher looking inside. Now Gasol, and a jump ball. Kevin Garnett, the Defensive Player of the Year.
Garnett, good job staying at home and then battling Pau Gasol. This is just a matchup of strength, and Garnett wins it.
Still 5:09 left here in the third, but the Celtics not letting up. Radmanovic, a three-pointer, and that's good. His second one of the period. Makes it 79-51. Paul Pierce said that to Michelle DeFoy at halftime with a big lead. We're going to keep it going to start the third, and they certainly have. Garnett, left-handed, won't go, kicked up and in. It was Rondo. Or do they give it? Yep, Rondo on the tip. Bryant left-handed gets it to go. Rondo has more offensive rebounds than the Laker team.
When you think about Rondo, for example, as a foul committed, here's a guy that could very well, as a young point guard, say, my coach is jerking. My coach is looking to play Eddie House or Sam Cassell or leaving me on the bench. Rondo made no excuses, and every time he's called upon, found a way to get it done. Does he have flaws in his game? Yes. But as a young point guard, give him credit for sticking with it, being ready, and on the verge of winning it all. Being the starting point guard for a team to win it all, heck of an accomplishment for Rajon Rondo.
And even after Game 5, Doc Rivers said he hasn't been playing well, but he knows he's a young player, and I know he's going to make mistakes. That's what Rivers kept saying. So he stayed patient with him overall. Sometimes would pull him out. Didn't play a lot the last 2 games. But he has really developed this season as Garnett hits the first. Celtics 23 of 24 from the line. Everything. They're doing well. Misses that one. So with just under 4.5 remaining. Third quarter, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. And as you can see, the Boston Celtics a complete domination. They've led by as many as 31 as they look to clinch the franchise's 17th championship on their home floor. There's another steal, the 13th of the game. And then a foul. Lakers in the penalty, more free throws for Boston. Jeff, you always talk about big games, you need your big players, your star players to play like stars. Pierce has done it throughout the playoffs. He has 9 assists in addition to those 12 points. Garnett has been huge tonight. Ray Allen having a great finals. All 3 have gotten the job done.
And because they've played so well, everyone else has had the chance to contribute their bit. When you ask role players to have to play outside of their role, that's what makes it difficult for them. Eddie House, Posey, Perkins, Rondo, every single guy has contributed for the Celtics.
And I like the edge that Paul Pierce has played with in this final. He understands, hey, Kobe Bryant's the best player in the world, but that doesn't mean that I can't outplay him in a 7-game series. He has done that on both ends of the floor.
Pierce has been the best player in these NBA Finals. And has been the complete package as P.J. Brown is called for a foul. That's 3 on Brown, 14th foul on the Celtics. All season long, they have been great at home. 35-6 during the regular season, 12-1 here in the playoffs. Radmanovich, the high, arcing 3, Allen the rebound. It has been so long. The Celtics have had a tough stretch. Last year, one of the worst in franchise history, so the fans so rejuvenated. With the additions of Garnett and Allen, Posey and House, Cassell, P.J. Brown. Allen fires a 3. And Gasol the rebound. And a foul. Celtics in the penalty, so Pau Gasol will shoot. And again, you think back to early opening series against Atlanta, the 8th seed against the 1 seed. Celtics lost all 3 games in Atlanta and had to win a Game 7 at home. Same scenario in the second round against Cleveland. They lost their first 6 road games of the playoffs. And there was some doubt here in Boston that they were capable of winning a championship by how poorly they played on the road in the first couple of rounds. But it seemed like once they got past Cleveland, it was almost like they took a little pressure off themselves and played so much better on the road in Detroit against the Pistons. Won 2 games in Detroit, won a key Game 3 in LA. And perhaps the banner, which will be number 17, first one in 22 years. And they're making a big deal of it here in Boston. It would be the first time a Boston team clinches a championship here in Boston since '86. Red Sox winning theirs on the road. Patriots obviously in a neutral site in the Super Bowl. They would love to celebrate on their home floor.
And you look at those 3 teams, meaning the Red Sox, the Patriots, and the Celtics. It all starts with great leadership from the head coach position. Doc Rivers has not disappointed at all.
Radmanovich another 3. He's just firing them up there. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's still going to be Laker ball. And we'll have a timeout. Prior to this season, Doc Rivers coached teams that never made it out of the first round. Now he's close to an NBA championship. Gasol backs in, lost it. P.J. Brown just pulled back, pulling the chair out from under him. Pierce fakes, Dow puts it up. Way short. It was Kobe Bryant the rebound. The defense they have done on Kobe Bryant. Rondo with another steal, his 6th of the game. And then foul down the other end. Rajon Rondo, what a performance. The last time he played here, game 2, he had 16 assists. Comes back here in game 6, and he's got 6 steals.
One-on-one defense, someone please call 911. Rondo has just picked the pocket of Kobe Bryant. Outstanding D by Rondo.
Rondo was 3.5 months old the last time the Boston Celtics won a championship. He's only 22. And his play and his role has been questioned every step of the way, from preseason through some rough moments in the playoffs. He's had some huge playoff games, but as you said, Mark, earlier, he's close to being able to say he's a starting point guard on an NBA championship team.
And think about it, how many coaches would say, oh, this guy has this flaw, he has that flaw, as opposed to putting him in a position when he can be used on the floor and have an impact.
Kobe Bryant inside, good hard move. 85 to 56. They have 56 points with 2:10 remaining here in the third. Ray Allen to Brown, P.J. Brown. And Gasol the rebound. Under the 2-minute mark. Bryant gets inside and gets hammered by Brown. So Kobe Bryant will shoot a couple. The former champions enjoying. Will Russell was on that team. Largest margin of victory back in 1965. So was John Havlicek. They won that series against the Lakers in 5 games. Winning game 5 here in Boston at the Old Garden, 129 to 96. So it makes it so tough for the Laker fans. Bad enough to lose in the finals, but to lose for the rivals, the Boston Celtics. If the Celtics hold on and win, they'll be 9-2 against the Lakers in NBA Finals history.
You know the definition of regal? John Havlicek. Can you look any better than that?
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Some of the great games in playoff history. As we mentioned earlier, has the highest scoring finals game at 43. Won the NBA Finals MVP back in 1974. Just over a minute and a half remaining in the third. Celtics just open the clock, keeps ticking as Tony Allen has come in. Garnett getting a rest. Pierce getting a rest. Here's Allen. 2 on the shot clock. Rondo has to hoist it up. And hits the rim. But Vujacic gets the rebound. Farmar, Vujacic, Bryant, Gasol, and Radmanovic out there for the Lakers. Gasol with the left hand. And that puts it to 25.
Lakers are on a run.
Again, the Lakers were down 24 with 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter in game 2. Go ahead, make fun of me.
Come on. You look at the defense, there's a reason that you say no way they come back. That's bad defense allowing Rondo to go underneath the screen and roll. He does a good job, straight line drive to the basket.
In that game, too, it's almost like the Celtics, they lost their edge, kind of shut it off. P.J. Brown with the block. They have not shut it down here in this one. Continue to play, especially on the defensive end, with intensity. Crowd again getting on its feet as we wind down the third. Rondo back to Brown. P.J. Brown puts it in. Final seconds of the third quarter. Bryant on a pull-up, short. There's the buzzer. The Boston Celtics 1 quarter away from an NBA championship. An utter destruction of the Lakers here in Game 6. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce looking for their first title. Lakers, Michelle, one of the best offensive teams in the NBA all season and in the playoffs. But the Celtic defense, especially the way they defended Kobe Bryant, and again, a complete team effort. Pierce has been on him, Ray Allen's been on him, Posey, but it's all about team defense, and they have put together a brilliant defensive performance tonight. Trevor Ariza in the game, Turiaf to Odom, and a foul call. Big Baby Davis getting some first half minutes. You saw him there, his first appearance in the finals.
You know something, before the series started, I had a chance to talk to Doc Rivers. He said, who you like in the series? And you know, I'm not going to lie. I said, I like the Lakers to win it. I said, if you were in my seat and I was in your seat, you'd pick the Lakers also because of Kobe Bryant and the way that they played all season long. He says, no, actually, I believe I would take the Celtics. And the reason why is because I always go with defense. And I apologize. Doc Rivers was 100% right.
Well, a lot of people picked the Lakers the way they beat Denver in 4 straight, then Utah in a tough 6-game series, and then a 5-game ousting of the defending champion San Antonio Spurs. They came in with a lot of momentum, playing so well. Boston winning the first 2 games at home to set the tone for the series.
And you can make the argument that the Western Conference was the better conference, but the best 2 teams were in the Eastern Conference with Boston and Detroit. And when Michelle asked Doc, what are you thinking with this big lead? What he's really thinking is this stuff is over. I got myself a championship.
Coaches can't say that too early. You'd be the first one to admit that. Turiaf inside, Ariza, and a hard foul. So Ariza will shoot 2. Text the last name of your choice for the T-Mobile Player of the Game to 38657 from any wireless phone, or go to NBA.com/vote to vote online. The winner will be announced at the end of tonight's game. Garnett was magnificent tonight. But another total team effort. Their phrase all season, Ubuntu. The idea of collective success. Doc Rivers reading a book by Bishop Desmond Tutu in the offseason. That's a word he brought to the team. They say it before every game as Vujicic knocks down the 3. Putting the team success ahead of any individual accolades. And they have done it all season long. It's been about sacrifice. Rondo, ball fake. Shot won't go. Turiaf the rebound. Vujicic, bad pass stolen by Brown. Rondo's down the other end. Rondo goes up, a foul. Oh, he goes down hard. Farmar fouled him from behind, then goes to help him up. The basket counted, and he'll get a free throw. They may call a flagrant foul on that. Yep, flagrant 1. On Farmar. How about Rondo? 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 steals.
And you know what? He started out where he missed his first 4 or 5 shots. So he really hung in there, bounced back, and had an extremely good night because it started on the defensive end for him.
And you think about it, in Game 5, just played 14 minutes, already over 30 in Game 6, but it's because of his play.
Doc Rivers said he didn't like the way he played last game because he passed up open shots. He hasn't passed up any shot. He's taken 19 here in Game 6. Again, he's had some just superb games. With 16 assists in Game 2, and 20 points and 6 steals here in Game 6.
A young guy that gets it, that cares. Told us earlier in the playoffs how Perkins and him would call each other in the middle of the night and talk about mistakes. talk about what they have to do in ball games. There's a reason why he finds a way to get it done.
Young man from Louisville, played his college ball at Kentucky just a couple of years. 2 free throws, 1 on the foul on the shot, and the flagrant. So now they'll take it out of bounds. Garnett comes in, P.J. Brown gets a wonderful ovation. They've loved P.J. Brown here. One of the old guys, him and Sam Cassell. Brown, one of the classiest players in the NBA, will win his first NBA title in his 15th year. Glenn Davis, he goes down hard. Odom helps him up. Phil Jackson was hoping to pass Red Auerbach with its 10th NBA championship, but it appears it'll stay tied at 9. Red Auerbach court. Doc Rivers always talked about how when he first came here as a coach, he used to talk all the time with Auerbach. One of the things he always said to him is keep it simple. And another thing he told him was on his dealings with Paul Pierce. We talked about Pearson and Doc Rivers had their problems early when Rivers first came in. They butted heads. And Auerbach told him, hey, sometimes you have problem players. Don't look to trade them right away. He says, stick with them. And if you get them to eventually get on your side, they'll be the most loyal players you'll have. And that's been the case. Farmar, long 3, and puts that one in. 95-68. There's Andrew Bynum. You see him sit behind Kobe Bryant. They certainly could have used Bynum with the poor interior defense. Bynum hopefully will be healthy next year. Ray Allen for 3.
What exactly is Vujacic doing, leaving Ray Allen body by that much? You cannot shoot the gap over 3 guys.
By the way, Ray Allen now has set a record for most three-point field goals made in an NBA Finals. Has 19 of them. As a kick ball, it's going to be Laker ball, breaking Derek Harper and Dan Marley's old record.
Well, you just can't do that. That's just too much space for a great shooter.
And there's really no reason to do it. You could have stayed on his body and followed him outside.
The crowd enjoying every moment. Lakers briefly had a 4-point lead in the first quarter. Celtics led by just 4 after 1. But they just destroyed them in the second. Game hasn't even been close since then. The closest the Lakers have been in the second half is 23. It has been a total domination.
I like the idea of Doc Rivers sending Paul Pierce, Garnett, Ray Allen in the ball game. Find a way to get these guys a well-deserved ovation.
Ray Allen, another 3. Just another exclamation point. And Phil Jackson calls timeout. The Boston Celtics on their way to another NBA championship. They're going to give one last chance to come off the floor and get that enormous ovation.
The way the Lakers Celtics are defending, the Lakers signed Hancock, I'd still pick the Celtics.
Here comes Rondo. Rondo has been in control tonight. Not just at 21 points, Jeff, with 6 steals, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, a little bit of everything.
Played a great game, and really, I admire, you know what? I'm really tired of this defense right now. Like, how many times are they coming away from his body? You stay on Ray Allen's body off screen.
They have given up defensively.
Given up, this is the way they played all series long. Breakdowns and not making adjustments.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Still Laker ball.
But Mike, what I was saying about Rondo is what I admire the most is perseverance. Struggling in LA all 3 games. Then he starts out tonight 0 for 4, 0 for 5. Has the wherewithal to stick with it, do what he's supposed to do, which is defend, rebound, and take timely open shots.
Kobe Bryant This is a three, and Rondo just continues to add to his stat sheet. Garnett dumps it in. 36-point lead. Again, this is one of the all-time blowouts in NBA Finals history. It has to be one of the most impressive performances in Finals history. Odom flips it in. Largest margin of victory in a Finals game is 42. Bulls over the Jazz back in '98. Allen to Rondo. Rondo, wild shot. He got hit. He's slow coming up, but he got poked in the eye. I believe that was a pass. By the way, that steal was 17th, which ties an NBA Finals record.
On June 17th.
And Pierce throws it out of bounds. Eddie House is going to come in. Rondo is going to sit. And hear the ovation for Rajon Rondo. That's his good buddy Perkins. Again, the two of them question, could the Celtics win a championship with Rondo as the point guard and Perkins as a starting center? That question has been answered.
One of the signings that has gotten overlooked, the trade for Garnett, the trade for Allen, it's a signing of James Posey. I give the Celtics owners a lot of credit. They were near the luxury tax, and they signed James Posey, and he's been a critical element to them winning this championship. So you've got to give the owners some credit here, too.
Posey will win his second NBA championship. Got a ring with the Heat in 2006, and he did some terrific things defensively, rebounds, had that one 18-point game as Farmar hits a three. And you're right, Jeff. Back in August, Posey was signed, Eddie House was signed.
Here's where you expect to see Doc Rivers begin to make substitutions, getting his stars well-deserved standing ovation.
110-75. As we're past the midway point. The celebration underway. Garnett, a block shot. Posey to the basket. Back out House. House for three. The crowd just wants more and more. Ariza inside. We talk so much about the Celtics for the Lakers. Been a terrific season, but it's going to end bitterly with this just destruction here in Game 6. Ray Allen, another three, knocks it down. His 7th three-pointer of the game, tying an NBA Finals record. A foul. Odom will go to the line. Odom having words for Garnett. And Pierce didn't like the hard foul with a 36-point deficit. And we'll have timeout. It's just a matter of the clock winding down. They will celebrate the Celtic title for the first time in 22 years. Coach of the year, but his team never made it out of the first round. Now in his 4th year here in Boston. And he took some heat while he was here in Boston. Some called for him to be fired. And one thing about Doc Rivers, he stayed the same with everyone, whether he was winning 24 games last year or 66 this year. Never changed. He might not be a Hall of Famer as a coach, but his players love playing for him. And you won't find anybody more comfortable in his own skin than Doc Rivers.
Who's to say he won't be a Hall of Fame coach? You keep getting great players. He does a great job with great players. There's no saying he won't be.
Absolutely. I tell you what, he outcoached the Hall of Fame coach in this series.
Pierce knocks down the three. Well, he's a guy, it's hard not to root for a guy like Rivers.
And I like what he did. Waited until the timeout was over, and then he sends the substitutions in to give these guys their due.
And I think he's going to bring all three of his best players out together, which I like very much.
Odom and Garnett. Odom's not happy with how physical, you get the feeling he's not happy how physical the Celtics are, despite the fact that it's such a blowout.
Well, what do you want him to do? Stop playing?
And here the chance. Celtic fans obviously thrilled with the title, but I think perhaps for many, especially the old-timers, extra special when it's the Lakers. Garnett's jump shot. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining. Here's the kick ball. And now here come the substitutions, and it looks like it's going to be for Allen, Pierce, and Garnett. They had 25 All-Star appearances between them with Garnett, Pierce, and Allen. But none of them ever made it to the NBA Finals. Now all three will get their first NBA championship. They all sacrificed their individual games for the sake of the team. This is a Celtic team that the old Celtics, the Russells and Havliceks, are so proud of for the way they played. House inside to Davis, and Davis is fouled. Doc Rivers emotional with his players. Pearson played his entire career here in Boston. He's had his ups and downs. Thought he was going to be traded this offseason. Now he's an NBA champion.
I look at Doc Rivers, and he's a guy that talked about never having the opportunity to truly mourn the loss of his dad. And he can't help but to be emotional right now, realizing that his dad is watching his son and could not be proud.
Blocking foul as Odom will go to the line. They say it all started back on that preseason trip to Rome, because on paper, the three of them, again, terrific players, but you just didn't know how they were going to mesh.
See, I disagree with that, Mike. When Garnett came here, and I'm sorry if I cut you off, I just really feel like with Garnett's unselfishness, there was no doubt that they were going to be a team that's willing to sacrifice.
But even Pierce and Allen, they all said that that was a big part of them coming together. Garnett has always been an unselfish star. He had such difficult playoff experiences, losing in the first round year after year with Minnesota. That one year they made it to the conference finals, but then he missed the last 3 years as Tony Allen drives in. And Poe, as we go under 3 minutes remaining. They're celebrating in Boston tonight. Eddie House, one of those terrific signees from Danny Ainge. Posey fires away, hits a three, just pouring it on. A 38-point lead for the Boston Celtics. Odom draws the foul. And we'll have the final timeout. Kobe Bryant had a hot start, but the Celtic defense once again frustrating him. All Celtics tonight. Not since 1986 as Boston won the NBA championship. They're 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Pierce, Garnett, and Allen receiving a thunderous ovation as they were taken out of the game. Pierce, again, has worn the Celtic uniform his whole career. Jeff, you talked about it, kept evolving as a player, and this year, with the new talented teammates and the continued guidance of Rivers, he's played his most complete season, and you believe he's elevated his status as one of the elite players in the game.
Absolutely. Not only that they've won a championship, but that he keeps getting better and better and better. You've got to respect somebody that continually works at his game.
And Mark, you said earlier this season that you felt someday his number's going to be in the Raptors.
Well, there's no question about it now, but I thought there was no question then. But he has certainly taken it to the next level, challenging the all-time great Celtics when the stage was at its brightest.
House fight for the rebound. Yeah, the Celtics ball with 2:08 remaining. Ray Allen also fired up. Allen, who took the poke in the eye, had his son's illness, but came out and played. Allen, one of the sweetest shooting guards in NBA history, is a foul down the other end. Allen, a perennial all-star, who had to sacrifice his game more than perhaps any other player, especially of the big three. Hit a lot of big shots along the way and saved some of his best games for the biggest stage. And he is now an NBA champion. Meanwhile, our player of the game, voted by the fans, by T-Mobile fans, select Kevin Garnett. Garnett, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, and some block shots as well.
I love the way the Celtics are. You talk about team, you talk about get it done. Guys like Brian Scalabrine, Gabe Pruitt, Scott Pollock, they go in the back and put on their jersey. They deserve a ring just as much as the guys that got it done.
Doc Rivers' kid just came down and gave him a great hug. That's pretty special.
You can see he's emotional over there. Trying to hold it back, perhaps. Won't be able to do it. Turiaf flips it up. And a walk. Meanwhile, the Lakers guys, again, great season to win the West. With 57 wins, #1 seed in such a tough conference. And without Bynum, as Big Baby Davis throws it down. They're going to be back, and they're going to be one of the top teams again next year.
Well, they will be back. No question about that. They put themselves in a position to be in the hunt for years to come. And I will say this, if you're the Celtics, you learned a lesson from Dwayne Wade. My goodness, it's Eddie House. Throws it upstairs to Allen. You learned a lesson from Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. Don't be satisfied with winning it all one year. Come back better, stronger, and more prepared next year.
A 43-point lead, although Farmar cuts into that. But without question, one of the most impressive performances in NBA Finals history. House is fouled, and they do it on their home floor. This crowd has been so great. Celtic fans for so many years, used to so many championships, but they've been through some rough stretches, including last year, just 24 victories. Of course, this year, 66, the greatest single-season turnaround in NBA history.
Doc Rivers still joking it. Pulls Tony Allen aside and says, "You've been holding out on me," as he catches that long pass at the rim.
And we'll have a new NBA champion. This in the 62nd year of the NBA. Now 31 of the 62 NBA titles between either the Celtics or the Lakers, the two winningest franchises. And the Celtics will keep their edge. Vujicic. The final minute of this NBA season. Celtics will cap off 13-1 at home. The crowd has been just tremendous, so rejuvenated by these new-look Celtics. fires up a three. And Cole pushed off. So we'll come down the other way, shoot a couple of free throws with a half-minute remaining. And the hugs continue for those two. I guess Gatorade has now come into the NBA. Kiss that suit goodbye. So a final timeout with 30 seconds remaining. What a performance for the Boston Celtics here in Game 6.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
Just a tremendous celebration. The Lakers will shoot some free throws. Doc Rivers' son. A lot of the family joining along the sidelines. Hedrick Perkins returned after that shoulder injury. It all started back on draft night with the acquisition of Allen. We got him from Seattle, and then Garnett from Minnesota. That was July 31st. That was the big move from Danny Ainge. And then Cozy signed, House signed, and it all came together. Celtics can't dribble it out. There'll be some time left on the shot clock as this crowd ready to roar when the final buzzer sounds. There's a 24-second violation. And after a 22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again. The greatest single-season turnaround in NBA history is complete. Banner number 17 soon to be raised to the rafters.